everybody, welcome back for another episode where my dad, the Lockfather, and I look at a locksmithing business for sale. We dive in, we talk about all the nuances, we talk about if it's a good deal, a bad deal, the questions, and I look forward to seeing what you and the Lockfather thinks of it. All right, Dad, well, hey, welcome back.
Thanks.
Excited to go over this business with you.
Yeah.
I have it pulled up on my screen right now, and you're a little anxious for this one.
Yeah, I am.
Right? You saw a couple of the headlines, and you're like, hey, what do you got cooking over there? Right?
That's it.
So this one, it's in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I'm just going to read you the headline, and it says, Profitable Locksmith, 50-Year Reputation. So this locksmithing business has been in business since 1975 and is on its second owner, it looks like. The locksmith services include automotive, lockouts, lost keys, lock repair, and duplicating transponder chip keys.
Okay.
Commercial, they do rekeying, master keying, access control, new hardware, hardware repair. Residential, they do rekeying, master keying, new hardware, and hardware repair. Safes, sale, servicing, installation, and repair. I have a few images for you here in a minute.
Okay.
And access control, electrical and mechanical, sales, servicing, and repair. Let's see here. It looks like in 2008, they also purchased another locksmithing company, combining the resources of both companies. And it's currently the largest lock shop in that area. They have 3 service vans that give them the ability to respond in a timely manner for most service calls. Okay, let's hop into a few of the details, then we'll talk about money. Okay. So they have a leased storefront, 900 square feet. They have 4 employees, and it looks like they don't have any competition in their immediate area. The owner will stay on for 2 weeks after the purchase agreement is completed, and the reason they're selling is retirement. Okay.
I know it's eventually coming for me, but don't know when.
You don't got 30 years left in yet?
I hope.
All right, so this is what we're looking at here. They do not list the cash flow, okay? But the asking price is $395,000.
Okay.
Looks like they have looks like an old Ilco for 5HD. They have a Bravo. They have a 1200. They have a laser machine. And look at that. They have some Holland gun safes.
You see that?
Yeah, they have
right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, minimum 4 in the picture.
Okay.
And yeah, that's about.
Yeah, and Holland's right there.
Yeah. So, I mean, talk to me about your initial thoughts on this.
Well, being in business for 50 years, the $395 doesn't sound like that much.
Yeah.
It's a profitable company, I presume, because it's been there 50 years. Even if the second owner doesn't make a difference, you know.
Yeah.
The one van they showed looked in pretty good shape.
It was like an older Econoline.
Yep.
Yep.
And, you know, only staying for 2 weeks. Again, I have a hang up with that, you know.
Yeah.
They want to go and get away and do whatever, but did they say family operated? Or did they say employees?
I don't think so. I think it's employees 4.
Yeah. So will they stick on too, you know, after the sale? You would think so. Again, as long as personalities work.
Yeah.
You know, I'd like to see the cash flow.
Yeah.
You know, that's a big thing right there.
Yeah. Although if you were selling your business, would you publish the cash flow?
Probably
not.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, I get that. The rent is $900 a month. So
that's inexpensive.
Yeah.
But again, $1 a square foot.
Yep.
You know, and that's pretty inexpensive rent.
It is. Talk to me about, I have a whole bunch of things kind of popping off in my head at a time here, and let me kind of run them through you and get your thoughts.
Okay.
So a pretty wide variety of services from automotive, although they're talking about duplicating, or no, they put in their lost keys and stuff. Okay, so let's just assume that they're doing the full automotive stuff.
Right.
They're doing commercial and residential.
Right.
And they're doing safes and access control. Now, is what I know is that those are, let's call it 4 different skills. And let's say that 3 of them are highly skilled and unique.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
And so if there's 4 employees, I'm wondering if they're, who's doing what?
Right.
Right?
Now, is the owner only doing the safes, or does he have one of his guys do the safes? Mm-hmm. Or learning how to do safes?
Yeah. And kind of my thought kind of process behind this is how would you feel? So let's say that the owner is looking at retiring. Let's say that he just kind of manages the store or whatever, and he has technicians that are willing to stay on that do, maybe one is really good at automotive, another, the safe guy.
Right.
That sort of thing. How would you feel about someone taking over a business as the owner / manager if you have those highly skilled tradesmen already in place?
You'd need them to survive.
Yes.
Because it depends again if that person who's buying it is skilled.
Yeah.
As I always say, personalities. If everybody can mesh and learn. But that's why I always feel it's a team effort. It's just not one person. Everybody's got to learn to help and teach each other. So if that one's sick or on vacation, that they can take over. Yeah,
now from your experience though, how often do they actually want to do that?
Very little. Because they always feel their job is threatened, and it isn't. It's just making a stronger team.
Yeah, I think and tell me your thoughts on this a little bit. I have my own, but I want to more importantly hear yours, which is when it comes to highly trained automotive locksmiths and highly trained safe technicians, I have not met too many that like to share.
Right.
And it's kind of like this double-edged thing, right? Like, so if you're working for a locksmith and like you're really good at automotive, you're really good at safe skills, you probably have a decent amount of time invested to learn it.
Right.
Right? You also know that it makes you valuable, period, to that company or whatever.
Yep.
And so I get that side of it, right? But then there's the other side where the show has to go on.
Right. Absolutely.
How do you address this type of issue?
Well, I talk to everybody that you got to teach each other. It's the only way we can survive. Because if you're on vacation or you're on vacation, and everybody takes a vacation, maybe for a week, maybe 2 days, maybe 3 weeks, you need people to be able to step in their place and help the company make the money to pay their benefits and their salaries. I mean, it's all about being a team when you have employees.
Yeah. So let's just say you're a guy that maybe has been interested in locksmithing, or guy or a gal interested in locksmithing, and maybe you've picked some locks, maybe you've done some basic rekeying,
right?
But you don't know anything about really automotive locksmithing, and you don't know anything about safes.
Right.
How would you approach looking to buy this business?
Well, I want to make sure I learn those, because that is a big money maker. The 2 weeks isn't enough to help unless the technicians sign a contract. They'll be there for a year after or whatever. And hopefully they'll show the owner. There's some people that just own lock shops, but they really don't know anything. And they depend on everybody.
Yeah.
So,
which has not been the way you view.
No, I feel I have to know everything. Now, am I always correct? Because new stuff comes up I've never even seen.
Yeah.
And then you go, oh, okay, I get it now. But it's, trial and error is a lot of it. But when you've got $395,000 on the thing, you want to make sure.
Absolutely.
Does it say how much value of the inventory there is?
It doesn't.
Yeah. See, a lot of that makes a big difference.
It does. So, like, let's just say, okay, at this price here, $395, how much? And there's 4 staff members.
Right.
How much would this business need to cash flow for you to want to buy it?
$395,000. No, I'm joking.
Or, you know what? It actually has a gross revenue. How did I miss this? It actually has gross revenue.
Oh, okay.
$379,000.
Okay. You would think it would be a little bit more myself, because gross revenue, they're asking 1 times basically, plus some money for inventory, it sounds like.
Yeah, it seems what we don't know is that cash flow number, right? Because, for example, if you have 3 guys out in the field, rekeying and drilling safes all day, you're not going to have like a big parts bill. You're not going to have like a big cost of goods sold.
Right.
You're going to have a high service income.
Yes, absolutely. And service is a big income.
Yeah, service is really where a locksmith makes his money.
Right.
Right, at the end of the day.
Right.
So, yeah, something else that comes to my mind, like as a positive here, is it's a 50-year-old business. It's on its second owner. Right,
but it's still been around for 50 years.
Still been around 50 years. Yeah,
most companies don't survive that long.
Correct. And on its second owner means they've already went through one transition, and my guess is that it will continue to be okay.
Right. Yes.
Like, I think it'll be okay.
Right. And, it's always about your people. If they has good technicians, everything should go smoothly.
Yeah. If
they stick around. Maybe the other owner who owns it now, when he sells, he's going to give him a little bonus for sticking around, Maybe. You never know.
Yeah, you never know.
Because some companies do that.
Well, very good. Do you have any final thoughts on something like this?
Well, it doesn't sound like a bad deal. But again, like you say, you want to know how much they're paying out,
Yeah, what the actual profit is.
Right.
I think that's important. What would you say, given all the circumstances, if someone were to go look at this business and they signed the NDA or, whatever, and they got to see what it is?
Right.
What number would you say in here realistically would be healthy?
Cash flow should be at least $100,000.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking 70.
Yeah.
Or so.
Right.
But I think and I think some of the nuance here that's really important is, what is the actual owner's role in this?
You're right.
Or given everything we know, they could not be around very much.
Right.
Or they could be in the van.
Right.
And to me, that makes all the difference. Like, as you stepping in to be the owner,
right,
what does that job look like? Like, do you need to learn automotive key programming, and you're going to have to hop in a van and learn it? Or is it something that it's kind of, no small business runs itself, but
no.
It's not, you don't have to do that. Yeah, so there's just a lot of learning in that.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and I guess for me the biggest risk really is, you want the owner to stay longer than 2 weeks, stay longer. But more importantly is just like, when you're doing that specialized type of service and all of a sudden you're 6 months in and your safe guy quits.
Yep. And if they did a lot of saves, it would be a problem.
Yes. And so it's like those type of, it's like, what does all that look like?
Yeah, I agree.
Interesting. Very good. Well, yeah, thanks for reviewing this one. It's very interesting.
It's only our opinion, remember?
Yeah.
I always like throwing that in there.
Yes. For entertainment purposes only, right? But, yeah, very good. I think the cool part when you look at these businesses is taking you've been locksmithing longer than I've been alive.
Right.
Right? Mm-hmm. You've seen a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And as someone who operates multiple locations and has had more and has sold some of them.
Right.
I think it's, you have a really good insight. So thank you for sharing.
Yeah, well, more than happy if I can help somebody.
All right. Well, everybody, hey, thank you for watching. Of course, we want to know what you think in the comment section. What do you have that you can add to the conversation? We look forward to reading it. And of course, Dad, thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Have a good day.
Congrats, you've made it to the end. Now, I want to make sure that when you are commenting on our videos that you include the hashtag Lockboss. When you do, you automatically get entered in to win one of 5 free prizes we give away every Tuesday live here on YouTube. So I look forward to reading your comment and responding soon. Until next time.